What's up, YouTube? Mr. Ferguson back once again here in central North Carolina, right around the Raleigh area. For any new people that may be checking us out, thank you so much for tuning in for this brief lawn care video here on this beautiful Wednesday morning. We're starting to see signs and feel the signs of fall coming slowly. We did the last video. Thank you guys. You guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed making that last video. We talked about, we were doing a little teeny test where we're raking away some of the dead grass over in my front yard. If you didn't see it, go check that last video out. We're going to see, with the sun penetrating that ground, does crabgrass build in there? Does Bermuda build in there? Will it just stay the same as the rest of the areas beside it where the grass is dead and kind of like a mat over top of it with all the rain? We're going to find out. There's no change right now. That's why you're not seeing it on this video. We'll update you on that next week, hopefully. So I want to be brief. I want to be continue with our looking ahead. We're in summer. We're maintaining. Many of us have lawns that are not perfect right now. So I drove by Mr. Blake's. He's like, man, my grass is so tall, but Mr. Blake's lawn's looking pretty good. Mr. Kevin's taking a big hit. My lawn's taking a big hit with how much water cost and the lack of water we had. But lately, if you're looking behind me with Stress Blend, man, the lawn is looking just fantastic. And my wife has gotten into, she likes cutting out here in the heat as an exercise and as like, hey, let me do some of it. And she does a great job. She cut it left to right, side to side, and it's looking great. Even some of our areas behind me here, you can see that was super, I know I got this box in the way we're going to talk about in a second, but this area over here was super, a large brown patch. And now it's looking better as far as it's not as brown. There is dead spots, but it's come back. It's just amazing to me how grass can take such a beating from the heat and come back as it has. Quickly, this Wednesday, I just wanted to go over something I've talked about many times on the channel. If you've heard it, that means you keep tuning into my videos, and I appreciate you because you're a great supporter of my channel. God bless you. Thank you so much. But for those that are new, I've had a couple people in the comments saying, you got a new follower, Mr. Ferguson. I'm over here in such and such North Carolina, Virginia, wherever in the nation, and I'm about to start planting. I'm watching. Teach me, show me the way. Well, I've got a big bag of seed in my garage, or excuse me, in my shed. I've got a bag of GCI Turf seed that I'm going to be using. It's I guess I bought that last year. It's just a little bit of a to fill in some of the gaps. I'm not sure. I guess I bought it just to sprinkle in and fix repair spots. But I needed more. So I bought a 10-pound bag. And as I undo this, we can talk. But this came in the day that I showed you guys the protein granular fertilizer, starter fert, that I'm going to be using come throwdown day. That's what I like to call it. If you hear me say throwdown day, that's the day that I'm going to put down my starter fert. That's the day I'm going to put down my seed. It's the day that I'm going to probably spray some RGS. That is my plan. And we'll probably go over that more in an quote official video for people here soon. That won't be the only mention you hear of it. But I wanted to just kind of talk about seed. And I know by doing this YouTube thing for a few years now, not everybody likes the same type of seed. Let me get this sucker out of the box here. Pete's now apparently got his own box. Keep dry, you see that there. He's got his own GCI tape. That's pretty cool. So I've been talking a lot with Pete. His kids have gotten into golf. I didn't know this, and I don't know if you know this, but Pete used to be a World Long Drive participant back in the early 2000s. He's been texting me and saying, because he's gotten into golf, and I was telling him about my golf trip up in West Virginia. I shot the best round of my life, and he's been texting me, man, I've been looking at these clubs and drivers, and I've seen him posting a lot on Instagram, but he's also been texting me. And so he's like, man, come on, let's play some golf. And so I'm going to take him up on that. Our first collab video may be golf related. I know you guys don't get thrilled about that, but it may be me and Pete, talking about golf, talking about Jesus, talking about grass. I don't know, looking at warm season grass. That would be kind of weird. But anyways, different topic for a different day. I love supporting Pete. He has been nothing but a blessing to me and my family. This man, for those that don't know, he has donated to me prizes to give away in our channel. He's donated to me the backpack sprayer I have now. I bought one. It kind of had some battery issues. He donated a Flow Zone to me. I mean, the man is not just one way on his videos and another way in person. He is the real deal Holyfield. He's a man that loves the Lord, and I have nothing but respect and high praises, and I'm proud to support his company. That's one of the reasons I picked GCI. Not because they're the greatest of all time and no seed is better than GCI. That's not it. Because of the love and support that I've seen from him. But I love their seed. So their newest seed is GCI Turf Type Tall Fescue. And you may be saying, well, how is that new? Clearly, that was like the first seed he ever came out with. Well, you would be right, but it's been changed. This seed is now blended with a spreading fescue type seed. We've talked about this, everything I'm about to tell you I've talked about previously, but if you're new, you want to, when you're picking your seed, now is the time to get your seed. People are starting to buy their seed. You can go to Lowe's, you can pick your seed there. You pick any seed you want to. We primarily deal with cool season and fescue here on my channel, but the reason why I definitely 100% made my decision, number one, I had a big bag of the new blend of GCI Tall Fescue in my shed, and I ordered some more to go with it. But there's going to be a label right here on the bottom. I'm going to show you in a second. I'll take a picture of this and put it on the screen so I don't have to hold this bag up, and you can see it clearly on the screen. But Pete has blended in some of the spreading fescue and changed the cultivars in his seed. I believe somebody said these are some of the Mountain View seed types. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on that. But basically, for the average home care owner, what does that mean to you? Well, number one, as I look at the bottom of the seed, and I put it on the screen here, you'll notice at the very bottom, other crop seeds, 0.00%. There is only grass seed in this seed. Only grass seed. At the very bottom, you see inert matter 1.5. That's just filler. And then you see weed seeds, 0.00 weed seeds. This is, I believe, blue tag certified, even though I don't see a blue tag on it, so maybe it's not. But that is the main thing I wanted to tell you is I know 100% with GCI Turf Type Tall Fescue seed, I am not sowing any extra weeds in my lawn. The first time I got in lawn care and I looked at Lowe's and I looked at Home Depot and I said weed seeds, and I started researching that. I'm like, so when I plant my grass seed, I'm planting weeds sometimes. Yes, if you get a very bad product and you don't pay attention to what you're buying, not all seeds are the same. So this is just straight up tall fescue. You can buy a contractor mix. You can buy tall fescue with Kentucky bluegrass. You can buy ryegrass. You can buy a bunch of different blends, right? Warm season, cool season, tons, right? What you want to pay attention is there weed seeds in the blend that I'm buying. That, not the name brand. You can always count on GCI Turf being weed free. And Jonathan Green, I believe, has went to weed free, or a very small percentage. I'm not sure. But you want to check the label of the grass seed. Every grass seed is going to have a label. Check it out. Even if you don't know what the cultivars are specifically, look at the other crop seeds and look at the weed seeds. Pay attention to that. I would hate for you to think, man, I'm ready. And then all of a sudden you're like, well, why is all these weeds popping up in my lawn? Yes, there are ways to counter that with tenacity and other ways that we may talk about later, but we're talking about seeds specifically today. So with the new blend of the GCI Turf blend, it's 33.55% Firecracker GLS Tall Fescue, 32.75% Avenger 3 Tall Fescue, and 32.20% Titanium GLS Tall Fescue. Those are the three blends for all the pros out there and cultivar pros out there. Those are the ones that are now in the GCI Turf Type Tall Fescue blend. So basically what that means is he's incorporated one of these. It might be the Firecracker. I think the Firecracker might be the one. Don't quote me on this. But basically you have the now added capability and benefit of when you use this blend, and other blends with the same cultivars, if they have that same mix. Just because GCI Turf is on it doesn't mean you can't blend these two together if you have a seed company where you can pick your cultivars. But it means that this fescue has the capability to spread similar to Kentucky bluegrass. They've engineered it, they've done scientific things, but basically you have grass that can fill in gaps throughout the year. Basically your lawn slowly over time, when you're feeding it, when you're mowing it, when you're encouraging it to grow, you have the added benefit of now it's also spreading and popping up maybe different plants in different bare areas. So who would not want that benefit of having spreading fescue? That's the different technology in the world that we're living in today. So I wanted you to be aware of that. Now, Mr. Ferguson, which seeds spread and which ones don't? I don't know the answer to that off the top of my head. I do not believe anything you buy Jonathan Green is going to be a spreading fescue. Kentucky bluegrass is a spreading grass type, so obviously anything with Kentucky bluegrass is going to spread. But when we're talking about a straight up tall fescue blend, this does have spreading capabilities. That's one reason why. There's also, I believe, all three cultivars in the GCI Spreader Elite. All three of those cultivars spread. It's a different, maybe it could be a different type of green, but you do get the spreading capability. So do some research is the point. Make sure, number one, you're not getting weeds in your blend. Number two, you're not getting other crop seeds. That could be Poa annua, Poa triv. If you buy really cheap, if you're like, man, that Ferguson guy, he's buying these expensive blends, man, I'm cheaping out. I bought 10 bucks. I bought a 75-pound bag of seed. Yes, but what's inside of it? You get what you pay for most of the time. So just be cautious, be careful. That's my point. But if you are interested in GCI Turf, Jonathan Green, then I have links below that help support me and the channel, and also will give you what you need, which is the grass seed. We're going to be, the next video, we're going to be up at the project lawn. Tomorrow night I have church. I hope to be able to get out early and show you a long awaited, and many people have asked, what is the project lawn looking like? Well, since we've had all this rain, it's looking way better than it was previously. But we're going to show you the project lawn, what it's looking like. With the church, we have more of a public property that people like to stomp on the grass, stand in the grass. So we're going to seed according to those needs. So I hope I kept it brief enough and don't blab too much. But if you're interested in a spreading fescue with no weeds, like GCI Turf, check out the links below in the description. You'll see the links. You can buy your own. Hurry before things start to sell out. He's got Cool Blue, a mix of tall fescue and Kentucky bluegrass. But again, if you're not with irrigation or well water, I would not recommend that for you. But again, it's your lawn. Do what you want to do. But if you got questions, ask them in the comments. We've got several lawn veterans down there to be able to answer you in case I don't get to your comment or question. But God bless you. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your questions. Let me know if you've tried GCI. If you're going to go with something different, absolutely fine. We all like different things. But I hope this has been helpful to you. Give the video a thumbs up, and hopefully we'll see you Friday with an update on the project lawn as it currently stands. God bless you.